Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Changing the Tire and I'm Benjamin. So today I like to talk about two different things that seems to come together recently, and the first one is called rock painting. A few weeks ago, or actually about 2 weeks ago, I was walking my dog and right on the sidewalk I saw this beautiful rock painted turquoise in color that says sparkle, and I pick it up and there was a piece of paper behind. It's actually a group in my community here that started this program. I posted the picture on Facebook and eventually I joined the group. And that started a new thing for me, which is rock painting that I've never done before. And it so happened that I also went to Lake Havasu last week and was able to pick up some rocks there, which was just a perfect blend. And I ordered some acrylic paint online. When everything came, I just started this activity and felt like that sparkle inside me start coming out. Felt like I was still that young little kid who is excited about painting, and so I created some products. Okay, so let me show you what I did. The first one is this one over here. It says 接受, that is in Mandarin, and accept, of course. And the other one says 放下, and that's let go. Okay, so let me talk a little bit about this. And this is actually part of a four-step process that I learned from a monk, a famous monk in Taiwan, actually. He talks about four steps of dealing with issues that we have in life. And the first step is actually facing the problem, right? And second step is acceptance or accept it. And third step is deal with it. And the last step is letting go. So this too is actually part of that four-step process. So let's talk a little bit about that. First step, facing the issue. So recently I had that challenge in my own work area where, just a lot of stress, especially with with changes in our computer program. So I was like really ready to give up and just walk away. But using this four steps, I face the issue. That's number one, is to say, okay, this is going on. I'm pre-retirement. I want to retire, but looking at the numbers, it's not time yet. So it is what it is. Second step is acceptance, and that's one of the challenging steps that I see with a lot of people. We have people who are retired already, where the body is changing. They're 80 years old, but they want to do things like they were doing when they were 18 years old. There's this daily conflict challenge because they won't accept the fact that the body is different. So for me, yeah, I accepted the problem. It is there. And, after acceptance, then the next step will be dealing with it. How do you deal with the problem or the situation? Do you just maybe look for another job? Do you make some changes? What is your plan A? What is your plan B? What is your plan C? And that's another thing that I see regularly at work, is that, some people, things change. Their spouse passed away a few years ago, they're by themselves, and now they have a heart attack. And then they need to eat healthier, low salt diet, but, they're weak, they're tired, and how do they do that? They might have someone come and help them clean the house, but that's about it. And, no kids, power of attorney in another state. So, I see a lot of those stories in my office. But the thing is to deal with it, right? Like I said, what is plan B? What is plan C? I always ask them, so what's plan B? What's plan C? Or they're taking care of a spouse who has memory loss, and what is plan B? What if you cannot be a caretaker anymore? What are you going to do with your husband, with your wife? So those are the things that is important, is that we need to deal with it, right? And the last one is, of course, letting go. Once you dealt with it, once you find the best solution, or yes, the best solution that you have at that point, it's all about letting go. And speaking of letting go, there are two stories I always tell people when I talk about the topic of letting go. One is the famous Nelson Mandela from South Africa. You know that he was in prison for about 20 years. And when he left the prison, and all this reporter came and talked to him and say, "Hey, Mr. Mandela, you were in the prison for 20 years. So do you still hate those people who put you in there?" So Mr. Mandela paused for a moment. You know, he looked around, he looked up and said, "You know, I am a free man right now. I'm not in the jail anymore. If I do hate those people, if I still think about what they did to me and carry that anger with me, you know, it seems like I'm still in jail. You know, I'm a different person." Of course, that's what he did. He later on, when he became the president, and did all these different things that he could do with his freedom. So that's one thing we shouldn't keep holding on to a lot of things in the past that is already over. You know, I vividly remember a person who was like 90 years old, still very grouchy about, you know, many years ago he should have a 7-Eleven, you know, and now that he's already 90, he's still holding that, and his wife and daughters taking care of him is still suffering from this daily outburst of anger. He's been holding something for about what, 20 some, 30 some years. The other story I like to talk about is about Indonesia. And I heard that in Indonesia, the farmers, they would like to make some extra money, so they'll try to catch those monkeys in the forest and try to sell it, right? So how do they catch the monkeys there? Well, you know, under this coconut tree, they'll get a coconut, cut it, empty it out, and drill a small hole and tie down the half coconut on the ground, and they put some food in there. On top of the coconut, there's just this little opening, enough for the little hand of this little monkey to put their hand in there to grab the food, right? But once they grab the food, they get stuck because, you know, the hand becomes bigger and it cannot get out of there. That's how they get stuck there, until the farmer would just come out from behind and grab them and sell them in the market, right? So the moral of the story there is, again, letting go. If the little monkey only knew how to release the food and get out and run away, and you know, they're free already. And that's the same thing that I always talk about when we deal with the things we face in life, whether it's pre-retirement or retirement. You know, we're going to deal with all these issues. It's learning how to let go. When we let go, we're free. You know, when we carry unfulfilled dreams, when we carry, you know, pain and suffering, anger, frustration, all those things into this new car, as I say, you know, changing the tire, new car, new avenue, then I don't think it's going to be fun that way. So again, the 4 step will be: number 1, facing it, face the issue. Number 2 is important, acceptance, accept it. Number 3 is deal with it, and after that, you let it go. You know, so those are the 4 things that are 4 steps that I think will help us deal with the different issues and at work. You know, for me, that's what I'm doing. I'm still working right now. So, yep. And with this new project, I'm excited again. You know, rock painting. I bought some new material, and I'm very excited to continue this and also share that with the community here. Okay. So that's it for this video. I hope that it helps. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe to this video. And as usual, until we meet again, take care, be safe, and namaste. Thank you.